All right, I'm back as promised to do the second haul video of the night for my vinyl collection, and this is going to be the heavier side of Farley. I did a video earlier today, well, about an hour ago, I guess, talking about some of my non-metal or hardcore album pickups for the last couple weeks, and so this is going to be, wow, some hardcore punk, thrash, crossover, whatever you want to call it. So that video was pretty long, so I'm going to try to keep this one a lot shorter. Let's do it. First up, 7-inch. This is by Turnstile. Step to Rhythm. This is, they released 2 EPs before they released their first full length. And this is the second EP. I love this EP, man. Oh, man. I love me some hardcore punk. They're out of Baltimore, which I can't think if I've got any hardcore punk out of Baltimore. I've got plenty out of New York, of course, and then I got some out of Boston. I've even got one out of California, but I think this may be the only Baltimore. So, if you like hardcore punk, man, I think you'd dig this band. It has an instrumental on side 1. It starts out with 7, and then it moves into a song called Keep It Moving. Oh, man. Those 2 songs together, man, that's a great way to start off an EP, though. And, yeah, and just a couple of some live shots of the band. Still together and still making music as far as I know. Formed 2010. And I think this one was, as usual, no date. I don't know when this came out. No dates or anything set. But really, really great stuff, man. I'll probably end up doing a vinyl rip of it. So if it doesn't get blocked, I hope you enjoy it. If you're somebody who is very knowledgeable of hardcore punk, I know a pretty good amount, but I don't know the different scenes. But if you recommend any hardcore punk out of like Boston or Baltimore, I would appreciate it. I'm looking to buy some more. Speaking of, I might as well show this, huh? This is a hardcore punk, New York style hardcore punk album that is just one of the best ever, man. Warzone, Don't Forget the Struggle, Don't Forget the Streets. I did a vinyl rip, so if you haven't seen it, there is a vinyl rip of this album I did. Man, I can't tell you enough. And what's kind of, I won't say different, but you've got a lot of, like, especially like punk bands. They don't necessarily put down the country, but they question things that the government does. War and of course politics and wealth distribution and all that. The good thing, or the cool thing, I guess, about Warzone is they do it without losing their patriotism, man. If you'll listen to the last song, "Fighting for Our Country," you'll be like, wow. The lead singer passed away. Rabies. He's the guy in the middle there with the hat and his arms crossed. Just one of the great, great front men of hardcore, New York hardcore ever. And he passed away, and just a great, great front man. I love his vocal style. Some people don't. I do. And Rabies, rest in peace, man. And I've had this album on, I want to say CD and cassette before, but first time I've gotten it on vinyl, and yeah, really, really stoked to have it. And it's on, this is of course a re-release, I think 2017 on Revelation, 180 gram red. And it's got the song listings on this. Great album, man. I can't. Yeah, it's one I should have picked up a long time ago, and I don't know why I never did. Maybe when I looked, there wasn't a repress available. I don't know, but glad I got it now. All right, so we're out of hardcore punk, moving in towards thrash and crossover thrash. Also did a vinyl rip of this album, Excel, Blaze Some Hate, 12-inch. Blaze Some Hate on side A. Side B is Emotional Void. Tapping in the Emotional Void, which I enjoy both songs. Got this so cheap, man, because the radio station, this is a radio station copy. So WJUL. So if you live in California, do you know WJUL? This is where I got this from. They were selling on some of their old records. And man, I love me some Excel. If you don't know about Excel, they're part of the Venice Beach, California scene. Other bands, you know, that time, Suicidal, of course, Beowulf, No Mercy. Just a great music scene, dude. It was fantastic in the 80s to be a fan of like Suicidal and Excel and Beowulf and well, I don't think Uncle Slam's from that. I can't remember. But anyway, you would get these just handmade catalogs to order shirts. Oh my God, dude. And I was spending a lot of money on their stuff, especially Suicidal, but I had like every shirt they made back in the 80s, dude. Fall in Love Today and Join the Army, and oh man, just a great time. No enter on this, and I think I showed that, right? So, Blaze Some Hate, 12-inch single, long play with Tapping into the Emotional Void. All right, Unseen Force, In Search of the Truth. For fans of bands like 80s Corrosion of Conformity, Crossover Thrash, Ugly Americans, that type. We have Unseen Force. This is their only album, I do believe. This is the original press. No, this is a repress. I'm sorry. On Norway, but it's just regular vinyl. And there's the front. And these guys are out of Richmond, Virginia, I believe. And I don't know anybody that knows this band. So if you know them, let me know. God, man, but it's a really good album. I did a vinyl rip of it, and let me just tell you, this is the most obscure album I've ever ripped that got blocked. I was like, what? They're on a very obscure record label. The album came out in the 80s. No one really talks about on that much anymore, but damn if it didn't get blocked as soon as I uploaded it. So I had a rant video, but I took it down because the audio and the video didn't match. So, but anyway, check them out. Unseen Force. If you like 80s COC crossover, I think you'll dig Unseen Force. I would let you hear it, but it's every song too was blocked. Every song. I was so mad because I'm like, nobody knows this band. How is this blocked? So anyway. And finally, another kind of low-key band from the East Coast. These guys are from Boston. Revilers. This came out, let me see if this is dated. Yeah, 2012. In America on Black Hole Records in the U.S. I love that cover, dude. I can't find what it's from. It doesn't give it doesn't have any information on the cover art and the back art, really. So I don't know if somebody drew it for the album or if it's actually, you know, something that was already done, like a famous painting or something. So if anybody knows, let me know. Great. This is like more straight ahead oi punk. It came out in 2012, but it could have come out in like 1986, man. I think it sounds a lot more, except for, you know, without the, you know, the what do you call it? The shouts and stuff like that. Definitely more of an oi type English band than an American band. You know, and they're from Boston and they're punk, so a lot of people compare them to Dropkick Murphys, but I don't. I mean, of course, to me they're both punk, but they're more British sounding punk. You know, Dropkick sounded British, but only on the album where they did all the covers. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a good album. But yeah, this reminds me more of like early to mid '80s boy band punk from England. Does come with an inner, one-sided, and 180 gram. Black vinyl. Side A. Side B. You see that? There we go. Really cool. Reminds me like a Millions of Dead Cops cover. Oh! Dang-gummit. Just like in my last video, it comes with a download card that I didn't know it came with. Yay. Yay for me. Alright. That's it, gang. Alright, I'm done for the night. If you have any of these, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. And like I say, if you've heard them, let me know what you think. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging with me for 2 videos tonight, if you did. And we'll talk to you soon. I appreciate you. Farley out.